Hi guys, my name is Miss Cruz and I'm going to be talking about ways to help ELL students in comprehension, specifically in reading. And the grade level I'm going to be focusing on today is second grade. So the objective of this is to practice um, not only the students' comprehension of the story, but also the plot analysis. So to begin, I would pick a story to read aloud to the children. And the story that I would choose that I think they would like and that's current and it's just um, something that most students would be familiar with would be The Little Mermaid. It's a classic, and many people have seen it or heard of it or can make some kind of reference to it, especially if they've gone to Disney World. So it would give them somewhat of a basis for pre-knowledge on what the book may be about. While you're reading, it would be a good idea to stop in between at the end of a sentence. For example, if the book says, um, Ariel was swimming at the, and then you stop, and then the students continue saying, end of the ocean. So you know that they're reading along and following you while you read. And once the reading is done, I would recommend getting, this would be a good way for them to do a hands-on activity where they get to use markers, pencils, crayons, anything to get them into their creative mood. So I would have them think of possible people that they thought was a villain in the story, and I would have them come up with the final result, which would look like this. So it would be a wanted poster. The poster would have a drawing of what they thought was the villain of the story, and then to see more if they understood the story, they would write things that make them a wanted person. So, for example, in The Little Mermaid, Ursula is the villain, and she took Princess Ariel's voice, and she is also a sea witch. So, in my drawing, I put that there would be a reward for anyone that found her. So your kids can get creative, and they can you'll be able to see if they understood why they were the villain, their own representation, depending on if the story has any visuals. Because if it doesn't have any visuals, then they can make up whatever person they want to, essentially. So I think this is a great way to see without having them to write a whole paragraph or do some assignment, when they can just color and use their imagination. And I think it's a great way for them to learn in a different way and see how they're doing comprehension wise, if they're understanding what they're reading, and if they understood why they picked that person and why their person is on the wanted poster.